Hello?
Waffle to me. Welcome to the Waffle Soup Podcast. This is pub chat for those who love shy talk. Drink it up as we waffle about all sorts of random crap in a delicious soupy broth of juvenile bollocks. Grab a drink, get settled, and let's talk rhubarb. Waffle soup is served.
Hello, and welcome to episode 5 of the Waffle Soup Podcast. Yes, indeed, it's the 5th anniversary special. It's the 5th
anniversary.
Yeah. And do you know why what makes it so special?
Probably us.
Yeah, I was gonna
it's
say
it's more the needs.
Yeah. That's exactly it. We couldn't be more special, the two of us, so probably number 1 in the iTunes charts now at this stage. I haven't even looked because I don't need to. It's fairly obvious. But I mean, people have, often go looking for the two Johnnies and they get stuck with the used Johnnies. Let's do this shit. What are you drinking? All right.
I've done a bit of research this week, Baz. Okay.
Oh, whoa. Research.
Yeah. It was either a reach around or research. So
You've got too big for this. You've got too big for your boots.
Look, okay. So what I want to find out is, right, is there much difference between the cheaper ones and the expensive ones? Because there's a huge difference in price here, right?
Yeah.
So like what I'm talking is, right, so Beavertown, it's Blood Orange IPA, and that's 5.5%. So it's bloody orange. These ones all have an orange flavour to them.
How often do you go down to Beavertown?
All the time. Brewdog have this one, Clockwork. It's an orange one. It's Tangerine Session
Clockwork
IPA, 4.5%. And then this one here is
Pathetic.
Plunged Orange Pale Ale, right? So this is 6%, but that's from Lidl, right?
Okay.
So Lidl are doing these little cans now as well. Little cans, we should start calling them. But they're all the same size, but the price difference is mental.
Open for sponsorship, Lidl, if you're listening.
Price,
He brought a receipt.
I did bring a receipt. Lost a receipt. Well, now we can sound like absolute arseholes.
As opposed to normal.
Right, so Brewdog, Clockwork, Tangerine Session
very
IPA.
tangerine.
And this one is only 4.5%.
Ah.
So with it being orange, I'm allowed to say,
minus a million
is
points.
the juice worth the squeeze?
Okay.
So that's very easy to drink.
Very good, yeah.
So Beavertown's not bad. What was that joke years ago? The one where it was what's a Roman fighter with pubes in his teeth?
What?
Glad he ate her. So far, I think the Brewdog's beaten the Beavertown.
Oh, it doesn't taste 6% anyway.
No, that's
which is fantastic. Like, if you're on a dart into town, catching up with the lads,
Yeah,
I need to get locked quick. That's your man. That's our review basically for today.
Yeah. To get drunk quick. But $1.29 a can.
That's phenomenal.
In Lidl.
No, that is actually. I'm really impressed by that.
Yeah. Well, there's another fucking thing with an octopus on the front. So we'll have to try that one next week.
So we're gonna go from Beavertown to Octopussy.
Anything that has anything to do with ladies'
Fannies.
funny places.
Yeah. So if you have any fanny beer suggestions out there, please get in touch.
Okay, Baz, what are you drinking?
Well, after that epic introduction there, I mean, what the fuck? How can I compete with that? Like, you pegged me a couple of weeks ago by saying the two things you know about me. I love my luxuries and FOMO.
Yeah.
But what's the third thing? I fucking love crisps.
Crisps.
But yeah, look at the can. There's crisps on it. So I mean, I was here going.
Does it
a
taste
beer
like...
that tastes like crisps?
Really?
Let me in. Here, got a glass there.
Here's my...
And now that we're sharing,
Why is it... What's it got to do with crisps?
the potato they use. In
I understand it's to do with
Oh.
potato. What's it got to do with crisps?
I want to eat crisps now.
It's like...
These lads from America go, we're doing a fucking collaboration with these Irish lads. Obviously, it's going to be
potato.
a
potato
the racist pricks. Yeah, no. So that's what I'm drinking. Crisp juice. Any crack with you?
Any crack? I've got a bit of a... It's not so much of a crack, a little bit of a rant, because I
Oh,
know...
I was just about to say,
Rant
sorry
free.
for all the moaning we've been doing lately. We promised to be more positive and nice this week, but
No,
scratch that.
scratch that, because at the end of the day, right?
Yeah, this
when
is
you come into a bar and you
Yeah.
want to talk to
Yeah.
people, you want to offload all your fuckities on top of them, like,
Maybe we should change it to any crack to. What's wrong with you?
Yeah. What are you moaning about now? If you're going into Lidl now, will you pick me up a bag of Hunky Dories? And she was like, yeah, because there was Hunky Dories are on special in there at the moment.
Oh, a fine crisp.
So she comes home and she puts like the bag down. And I said, great, and I opened up and said, the fuck's this?
Yeah.
And she was there going like, yeah, you asked me for Hunky Dories. I said, they're not Hunky Dories. And she goes, what do you mean not Hunky Dories? So this is what you came home with. These ones are called Howdy Doodies. Howdy Doodies, right?
Possibly the exact same font if you're only listening. Like, I'm getting all confused now. Hunky Dory's are the original. These fucking absolute cowboys come along with Howdy Doodies. They're not even trying.
Yeah. So she goes, I'm going into Aldi tomorrow. I'll get you the ones in Aldi. So she goes into Aldi. She comes back with these ones, right?
Oh, there they are.
Okie dokies. Howdy Doody. But like, there's a picture of...
Two camels riding, is it?
No, it's a horse bucking up in the air, and there's like a
Jesus.
cowboy on his back.
Oh my god, I can't believe you just said that, because I was looking at it backwards and it looked like two camels riding each other. Oh no, it looked like a camel getting ridden by an emu.
An emu with a bowler hat. But
Oh, come on!
it's like as if there's loads of powder stuck to them as well. Whatever they flavour them with.
They are they're Champions League.
Yeah. Like
They are fucking League One. And they
conference.
They are fucking like Sunday League. Okie dokie.
Howdy Doody.
Howdy doody. I mean,
And Hunky Dory's.
hunky dory. Like, and even the phrase, right? Hunky dory, everything, you know, that's a phrase.
Yeah.
Because everything's hunky dory, you know.
Everything's okie dokie.
Okie dokie it was a Simpsons reference, if I'm wrong.
Yeah. Okie dokie. Yeah.
Howdy doody.
Howdy Doody. And then, what's the like reference to like
The camel getting rode by an emu. I've no idea.
like a cowboy like.
You know who's getting rode there? Fucking hunky dories.
Hunky Dories,
Tato,
yeah.
that's who's getting rode there.
Any crack at you?
Any crack at me? Well, yeah, funny enough, for once I'm not moaning. The Eurovision came on. I was well fucking plastered, which was great. Whatever way they had the arena, all the different countries had their own sort of like circular couches, and they were spread apart, but there was still a bit of a party atmosphere in there. Everyone seemed fucking flying for 'em.
Yeah.
And I was just there going, I would fucking love to be there. Like the loser countries, we were watching like, and it's like, and next up, Lithuania or Moldova, or all these fucking, you know, these kind of states that are in the back arse of Europe that you don't really know much
Belarus?
about. Really ignorant of me, obviously, but you know, whatever. And you're going, this is going to be fucking shit. It's going to be like Borat or something. Some of them were absolute fucking tunes, like.
But that's the thing, like they always do.
So then got to Italy, and my God, like you've never heard such a good fucking tune. These lads were absolute rockers. They were like basically wearing like ties and no tops and leather trousers and fucking like guitars, and it was brilliant. Like really good song as well, fantastic, great performance, all the rest of it. So we were like getting into it now, you know. And we're like, all right, now I think I want Italy to win. But oh man, like Italy won it in the end, right? But fuck me, they went to, there was a shot. The camera was going around all the booths that I was telling you about, you know. And everyone was just fucking hammered and having the best crack ever, you know. And they go to Italy, and it was just this. Like, if you could just take a snapshot of this, you would have gone, "I love this fucking competition." Like, there was like one lad sitting there, like, you know, with that like ghost face with long hair, just like staring into space. The lad beside him just goes down onto the table, like that, right? And another lad beside him was just going. Starts kicking him under the table, basically going, there's a camera there, you're caught, like, you know. And it quickly goes away, you know, and nothing was done or said, and we were watching kind of going, did that just happen there? Or did I just imagine it? Because I was half cut anyway, so I didn't. But anyway, they ended up winning it and all, you know. And later on, there was all this murder over it, like, people going, they shouldn't have won, he was definitely taking drugs. His excuses were fucking brilliant. It's like, oh, someone dropped a glass and I went there to pick it up with my mouth.
With my mouth.
All this shit. They said they drug tested him after. Bullshit.
Yeah, they did, right? Yeah.
But the highlight of the night, right? You're gonna love this. San Marino, right?
Yeah.
This country is about the size of this room we're in, right?
There's only a population me and you, like.
Oh, probably about 2 or 3 people, right? I don't know how they did it, but guess who turned up to sing for them? Flo Rida.
No way.
You got a rapper now.
Yeah, we come rolling. Yeah.
Like, where's he been for the past 5 years?
Yeah.
San Marino.
What the fuck? Is he a national?
I don't have a clue, but like,
how the fuck is he?
They were doing their song, and out comes Flo Rida onto stage, and everyone's just like, "Am I fucking seeing this?" Like, not that he's a big fucking star or anything, but people, like, we went straight onto Twitter, and people are going, "What the actual fuck? Why is Flo Rida doing there?"
What's he doing?
But like, he was rapping away, and like, they were singing in different languages, and he just looked like he hadn't a breeze what was going on. He was going, what am I doing here? And then like every time the votes they kept going back to the beats.
But the best thing about it though is, if he had any other name in the world, he might have got away with it. But the fact that his name is Florida, as in Florida. Florida is...
Yeah, he should have called his name rap name. San Marino. Kept going back to like the booth when they were tallying the votes and all that, and they did shite for some reason. Like,
why? I can't believe it.
But like you'd have all the Moldova or the San Marino, the proper San Marinians or Marinos, whatever you call them, dancing around going, oh come on, yeah, and he's sitting there. Like, he's fucking huge, this lad, right? But he was wearing these really small shorts and a t-shirt, and he was like waving this San Marino flag. He was just the most bizarre looking thing in the world. He was obviously just handed the flag, and he was like, "Oh, you're from San Marino now."
They just win on a cameo, like. Yeah. So does that mean Kanye West can go for like Azerbaijan or where are they from?
This is what I'm wondering. He just hand lads money. Like, how much did they pay Flo Rida? He must be in dire financial problems.
He probably thought he was being signed up for a gig somewhere. Yeah. And I was like going like,
you're gonna give you there's gonna be at least 20,000 people in the arena.
Yeah.
And it's got an audience of 100 million, and he's like, yeah, sign me up, yeah. I'll get my first flight out of Florida. To fucking to where again? So, you might have to get a Ryanair flight to Paris, and that is actually the Ryanair Parisian airport's in San Marino.
It'll end up costing you more.
Where the fuck is San Marino?
San Marino is Italy. Yeah. It's like
when the public votes come in, the proper votes.
Yeah, the ones that matter.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They were just bumping up every time, and it was just like, come on, the fuck. And Flo Rida's going, still don't know what's going on here. Where the fuck is San Marino? And another thing, Cotton Eye Joe is 26 years old this week. That song,
yeah.
And still nobody knows where he came from.
Or where'd he go?
Where did he go? I mean, it's the mystery. They must make a film out of that, surely. 26 years gone. Let's get ahead. Let's get ahead.
I've lost my head.
Let's get on and move on to Retro Motion, our usual slot. As always, this is a good one. It's toys.
Toys
for the boys. It was in the 80s. We never really got what we wanted, let's be honest. So you just dreamed that you got it.
Exactly. Because I was there going, oh, do you remember that monster teddy? And had like chains and all on it and stuff, like, and it was amazing. Or
it looked expensive.
Yeah.
And it was expensive.
And it was in a lot of movies, like you've seen American movies, it was in the background. I was there going, oh, do you remember that? Yeah. And I was like going,
it was probably about...
definitely didn't have that.
Probably about 40 or 50, maybe more pounds at the time, which... in nowadays money is about what, €7 million, I would say. And most lads had like G.I. Joe.
G.I. Joe's, Action Man. Like Action Man was probably one of the creepiest because like
it's not the one with the eyes.
The eyes that move from side to side, but you had to pay like big bucks extra to get the one with the moving eyes. But they all had this hair like a toilet brush.
Oh yeah.
Like
I have a thing about hair, so.
But it was like the spikiest hair ever, like So he'd have all this gear on.
It looked like you got a hair transplant.
But it was like perfect.
Exactly.
Straight. It was like
like when lads are completely bald and they go to Turkey to get a hair transplant, and it's exactly like that. It's that like precision line, and you go, now you just look ridiculous. You should have got it done when you had hair, and then it would have fucking whatever.
And it looks like it's made out of like a front door mat,
There's welcome written across your head.
But they were like the Action Man that came out. Then there was like obviously Star Wars. Everyone loved Star Wars, so it's like it's not even worth talking about because like
He-Man must have been the most homoerotic thing.
Like, but it was made just to sell toys.
Yeah, but it was just so when you think about it now, it wasn't even half naked. He was naked apart from a pair of jocks, and he. Like the muscliest lad in the world you've ever seen. Yeah. And everyone he was fighting and all was muscled around the fuck. They'd spend no time in the gym. How were they so muscly? But steroids, obviously.
Yeah, but the best thing about it was, like, because it always looked real cold. But they all had just underpants on. Like, Brave Star came out for a while, and then Thundercats came out for a while. But they were basically... they were
cynically invented purely to sell toys. And fucking fair play to them.
Yeah, they sell.
They were fucking brilliant. They were just great.
And there was ones that were so like there was toys that were invented for kids back then that you would not be able to get through. Remember, like one of the guys across the road from me, he got a mini tool set. And like nowadays, kids get mini tool sets.
You have a mini tool, not right?
well, that's not a set. But like, but the funny thing about it was a real hammer and a real saw and a real everything, but they were just smaller. You know what I mean?
It could still cause the same amount of damage.
I remember like going into his bedroom, and on the floor was a black bag ripped open to make more like area, and he had a log. And there was all like little nails, because the set came with like little nails and all, and they were all just sticking out the log, and there was saw marks and all in the log. Jesus. And I was there going like, what's this? And he goes, oh, I got like a mini tool set, like, and I was there, oh, that's cool. So two of us were just in there like with this log, just banging away the log and cutting it, like, you know. So the next day I called over and I was asking him, like, where's your mini tool set gone? Like, you know, and he was like, I had to get rid of it because I cut myself with the saw, like, you know. It was fucking, like, he was wearing bandages and all, like, you know. It's like, obviously, like, you know, his mum and dad were like, going, right, get the fuck out of there. But, like, there was so many shit like that because, like, there was bow and arrows that would literally, they had the rubber dart thing on the top, and they were about a metre long, but if you fired at someone, you'd literally go through somebody.
Decapitate.
Yeah. But then, like, we used to fight with each other out in the road with stuff and all. But, like, then there was a sword, right? And it was, like, everyone used to call it a He-Man sword. But, like, it was from, like, it was shit. It was real soft plastic. It was hollow on the inside. You could squash it. But it was a silver sword, and it came with, like, a gold kind of, like, sheet or whatever to put it in. So, if you went to somebody, like, you know, oh, I have a new sword. I'll give you this. You can use this part as a sword. Yeah. So, they'd be using the sheath part in their hand, and you'd have the sword, and you'd be standing there like fucking playing swords. But by about 10 minutes later, usually the thing will have ripped at the handle, and the sword is just flopping like around the place. It was like, but you get like, you'd have all little cuts on your like because it's like fucking razor sharp,
whacking each other,
like razor sharp little swords and
stuff.
It was
fucking mental.
But I remember even there was like a little crossbow. And you could put matchsticks in it, and like fucking you load it back and you fire it, and like you could actually hit dartboards and all with it, like, you know. It's like, these things were aimed at kids, like a potato gun, okay, grand, but like fucking and shoot someone in the eye, like, you know. I don't know if you ever, it was called sticks. So you got 3 sticks, right? And you lined them up, and you had to kind of like step between the sticks. Wherever you landed, you jump over the last one. Wherever you landed, you moved the stick to. So then the next person had to go the other way. And wherever they landed, have to. But by the end of it, the sticks would be like kind of maybe 1.5 meters that way, 2.5 meters that way, and you'd be fucking pegging it at full sprint to jump over the stick, and you'd land on one of the sticks, and it's plastic, so you go sliding, and you'd literally be like snotting yourself. Like, you're talking about the amount of lads whose head fucking cracked to the ground, and the noise of that hollow sound, like, you know, it's like a good like, you know, and it's like going, I win, like, it's like your man's
really,
your man's lying there, fucking going through a seizure, like, you know. But it's like they were marking this is a great game, like, 3 sticks. There was one, and it was Jimmy Fly's Superfly Jimmy Snooker, and he was stuck in that post, right? So he's just like that, and all he had was a spring in his middle, so his upper body was huge, and then he had these little tiny legs because you had to push them down. But like, so when you push him all the way down, his boots only go to his chest. And then he just
looked like a midget.
He just pops up then.
But can you imagine, like, Toy Story was real and all those toys came to life? He'd be like going, just kill me. Just kill me.
This is horrible. This is horrible. What popped up, like, so we used to go down to town with my mother, and she'd be like going like, now I'll buy you something if you're good down to town. We're like going, yep. But we went into like Toy Master. We'd walk all the way around Toy Master. And then you'd be told you're not getting in Toy Master. And then you arrive in the pound shop. And when the pound shop came around, it literally was exactly what it says. Everything in the shop was a pound. It's not like when you walk into like these Euro savers, whatever, like you walk in and everything's like €20. And it's like,
and it's branded stuff now. This was pure.
This is everything was a pound. And I remember the first thing that I like ever got in the pound shop were things called thumb wrestlers, right?
I remember them.
And there was like there was 2 different sets you could get. One was a black guy with red shorts, like, but they all looked like they were having a shit, but like flexing on the jacks because their legs. They're in they're sitting in they're in a sitting position and they're doing like a flex, and like the thing about them is, you had to put your thumb right up their hole because that's where it was, and that's why they were in the sitting position so that your thumb could go up his arse.
I wonder they were flexing.
Imagine them in Toy Story. No, please. Andy.
There's so many lads, there's so many toys out there that would be like, just kill me, commit suicide. No.
The door. Would you not be on one room with Buzz now going, I hope that Andy plays with me.
Yeah.
The thumb wrestlers.
Shivering in the corner.
And then late at night,
Andy doesn't shove his thumb up my hole.
late at night, the light goes on, and the door closes, and all the other toys are listening in. And there's Andy, no, please, no, Andy, please. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Toy Story is a sick film. A sick film.
When you think about the toys that they could have used, but you got like, so there was a set of thumb wrestlers, right? And there was like, it was like funny.
Even the
there was the black guy, and he was like with the red shorts. Then there was a bald white guy, and there was another white guy with blonde hair, and then there was a guy, for some reason, he looked like a burglar. Like, they obviously ran out of
bad guy.
But I think he was meant to have a Mexican wrestler face up, but he hadn't enough colours, so it just ended up being black. He was just wearing a balaclava.
He was probably in the IRA.
They got their marketing right, like, you know. But like, then there was these other ones, right? They were like a rubber face, and it was the first time that things were sold in the same kind of like boxes as you got sweets.
They all smell the same.
Yeah, and there was like 3 little holes in the back of his head, so like
you can make him go.
Yeah, and there was one, and it looked like he had a big fucking mole on his face, but it was a cigar sticking out the side of his mouth, and another guy with a bowler hat, and like you could squash their face and make like
you can make them look like, you know, those the owl lads with no teeth.
Yeah, exactly. And like, for some reason, everyone had one, and they were about like they're probably obviously they were a pound each.
Colin, not everyone had them. Just me and you.
Yeah, but you remember,
poor lads.
do you remember the knockoff Action Men? And they couldn't bend their arms or legs, and like literally,
And if you thought the hair was bad in the other one,
but like if you tried to dress them, like the plastic was like so thin, if you held it up to the sun, like it would literally just, you could see right through them, like, you know. But they were so shit. And I was like,
but everything in the pound shop, like the amount of crap they fit in the wall.
kites, the amount of kites that you had that never actually worked.
I remember we went down there when I was this is when I was working in a shop up the road, and we had to do Chris Kindle, and me and another lad had forgotten, and we were like, shit, we have to get the presents today. So we went to the pound shop, obviously, and they had these rip off smellies, like you know, you know,
Polo.
fragrance
Just Polo.
and I was like, instead of Hugo Boss, it was Huge Boss. So we were like, give me everything, give me all of these fragrances, please. And we were like, we'll just do it as a joke. That's what actually, that brings me to another rant, actually. Chris Kindle annoys the shit out of me. When did it get fucking real serious and like all lovey-dovey and all? Like,
Mott's.
you know, yeah, well, I don't know, yeah, but that's pretty much it, because I think Chris Kindle, especially if you go, it's only a tenner. A tenner then, grand. Let's just make a joke of it, you know?
That's the best part about Chris.
Because I got a thing for a lad in work once. It was I'm so funny. I managed to get my hands on Jimmy Savile's autobiography, right? And I wrote his name in it, going to whatever. Thanks for the memories, XXX. I gave that to him as a present. I thought it was fucking brilliant. But everyone was getting candles and all.
They all look candles, like. But oh man, the pound shop was like literally where
a treasure trove. Like, you know that scene in Aladdin when he goes to the cave. It's nothing like that.
It's like, that's the best way to describe it. Like, you know, like the opposite of that. Like it's like as if
it's just a cave of crap, chattering teeth and all this kind of stuff. Like stuff that like if you said to someone now, they go, that's obviously from the 60s or something. But no, we were in the 80s, and the pound shop dragged us back a couple of decades.
It's like a gun, and like you pull the trigger and they make a different sound every time, which is most annoying because all you wanted the gun was to go ba-doo, ba-doo, ba-doo. I'd be like ba-doom, 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 bew, 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 beeno, neeno, neeno.
Nina? What the fuck?
A fucking gun. Like, imagine walking in like, you know, fucking space quest thing. It's like, I have him. I've got the shot. Take the shot. Woo, woo, woo.
I remember going into there was the pound shop and the knick-knack shop. They were sort of the same, one or the same. They were both shite. But they had like a glass counter where they had premium stuff. Right? Premium stuff was still a pound.
Yeah.
So I don't know why it was premium.
Yeah.
But they had one thing that I really wanted, and my mom was like insisting that I never buy it. It was a log of shit. But it was so realistic. It was the most perfectly constructed log of shit I've ever seen in my life. I was just looking at it going, I wish I could shit so well. I wish I could shit that.
But it was like fart spray and all you can buy in the pound shop. It was the first place that sold any of that kind of stuff.
It's not looking nothing like a fart, but it was probably even worse. It was like a chemical fart.
Farts. Like.
I'm amazed they don't still sell it. I'm sure that had like something in it that like gave you cancer or something
in your arse.
Oh, it was so fucking bad. But the fake shit was just like, it wasn't just like a little cute doggy poo poo. It was a fucking log, like a proper log of shit. Why did I want it?
They used to like
what was I gonna do
fake
with it?
vomit as well. Do you ever see the fake vomit? And they're like, it was sandwiched between two fucking sheets of plastic, and they had to like go and then take it off and throw it to them. Ma, look what I done.
But that was the thing, like, what were you gonna do with fake puke and fake
There was
shit?
carrots and everything. They got it bang on, like.
Spot on. It makes me wonder, was it actually fake? It's like, maybe we were walking and going, I'll take that, and they were like, you can't have that, it's actual shit. There's actually a log of shit in it.
And then when you walk in and go, you want to buy that? Sure.
Sucker.
I do want a day.
Yeah, I wouldn't touch it if I were you. What were we gonna do with them? Like, what was I gonna do with that log of shit that I really, really want? Was it just because my mom didn't want me to have it?
But then disgusting. Goes miles. Like, you know, it's like, I just want it because it's disgusting.
Okay. I want that pile of wank, please. I want that sperm. I really want it.
Like the crusty sock. I want that.
I'll really fill my mum with this. Why don't you just wank on the sock? It's like, why did I just do this shit?
Just do shit. And tell your mum to look at your shit. She'll dig this crap. Wait to see the reaction.
Oh, I did a shit in the ground. That's an actual shit. Oh yeah, this would have been funny if that was the
you're lying on the ground with bruises all over you. The blood pouring from your face. I was only joking.
Like a thumb wrestler. Do you remember the Garbage Pail Kids?
Oh yeah, they were brilliant.
They were right. For those who don't remember them, you had the Cabbage Patch dolls, I think they were, right?
Yeah.
Where they were this phenomenon of these dolls that were born in cabbage or some shite, whatever. But everyone wanted them. They were the big toy of.
They were the fattest toys.
The fattest, but the faddest.
Yeah.
Do you like that?
I like
the faddest toys of the 80s. They were. Everyone wanted them. They were selling out left, right, and centre. You couldn't get them. People were paying over the odds. Blah blah, whatever. But then came out the anti version of them called the Garbage Pail Kids, and they were some of the most disgusting fucking things, right?
Because they were all just stickers.
Yeah, they were and bubble gum and all the rest of it.
Yeah. Like fucking rock.
But the stickers, they've drawn whatever way they drew them. They were the most detailed fucking thing.
Yeah, they were brilliant.
They were brilliant.
Yeah.
But some of the things were sick. I took down a couple of the names because I was looking them up, and it just someone I was just there going. Oh. There was one called Snotwitch Sandra, right? And the picture of her was literally like absolutely detailed, eating a sandwich with the snot literally coming down, like pouring over her sandwich, and she was eating it. There was stuff coming from every fucking orifice, really. It was disgusting. But then there was another one called Frying Brian, right? And it was it looked like a young lad sitting in an electric chair getting electrocuted. Brian. It was like, and then I've three more, right? It was Crater Chris. It was this guy with loads of spots, and the picture was him just popping the spots.
I remember that one. Yeah.
Like, again, I think it was going on to a sandwich or something. It was some way he was eating the fucking puss anyway. Another one, Will Hung, right? And you think, oh, obviously got a massive cock or something, which would have been fine.
Will Hung.
But it was this lad who was hanging himself in a fucking, a well.
Yeah.
Hanging himself. Will Hung. And then the other one, this was the worst. Parmesan, right? And Parmesan.
Yeah.
Parmesan. And it was him just shaving lumps of skin off And like he'd shave a bit off, and it'd be like you'd see the exposed skin and bone and all into his pasta eating it.
Because I remember there was one, like, and it was like, I don't know what his name was, but he had nostril hair, and he'd combed it up over his head like as a comb over, and it's like two things of hair coming out, and it was combed over his head like
Absolutely
as a comb over.
sick.
Well, I'm just sitting there going like, what will I draw next? I know what I'll draw next, like, you know.
Oh, you'd love to.
There was a
work for
movie
that.
about it.
Like,
Toys.
I wish I'd seen the pound shop version of the Garbage Pail Kid. That would have been like the human centipede stuff. Then. That looks like toys wrapped up. Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
I mean, I'm sure we've missed loads of stuff, so please let us know. Stuff we've missed, stuff we've left out, stuff you don't ever hear again. Just let us know.
Which would probably be most of it.
You don't hear us ever again? No, I didn't hear that. Did you?
I don't know. I heard people saying like they can't wait for Friday when we'll be coming in their ear.
That's Retro Motion for this week. I hope you enjoyed it.
Or Nina, 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 Nina. Oh!
So this week we're gonna give Connell's contraptions and his wish because he hasn't shot in a week. But spelling, judging by the farts he's been there tonight, oh my god, he will have a whopper wish review for next week. But we're gonna move on to the big one. It's the big one, the big debate. Now, I know every week it's been a bit kind of, fluffy and, what are these lads talking about? This is bullshit.
Us? People think that about us? What?
Well, I mean, I'm just, guessing. I presume they're actually going, this is highbrow stuff. This is exactly what I want to hear. But this week, it's going to blow everyone's mind. Blow them. The big debate is about...
Hit me.
Right.
But don't hit me, but lay it on me. Or actually,
Okay, here's a question.
good idea.
Big debate.
Go on.
Right, here we go. Are you ready? Are you ready? Because I'm ready. How bad of a colour/smell should your wee be before you should seek medical attention? That is the big debate. Let's hear you.
Well, medical attention's a big word.
Yeah.
Because it depends really on what preceded.
Well, we're talking about on a scale from pissing water to pissing blood is probably... So we're going to talk about what's in between.
Yeah. Because like pissing water, sure, like when you're out in the night, fucking on the piss.
Well,
Halfway through the night, it's literally clear.
Yeah, when you're...
But then you know that all the chemicals and everything else that's in there is coming out of you the next day.
But let's go back to the purest form, okay? So drinking is a different kettle of fish. Literally, it smells like a kettle of fish. But when, let's just say, for some reason, you're real thirsty one day and you're sitting
no,
there...
I'm not drinking piss.
I was actually talking about jizz.
Oh.
Back to jizz. What is your obsession? What is your obsession with jizz? I just don't understand.
I haven't mentioned it.
Anyway, moving on. Jizz boy. Getting back to more serious matters, Connell.
Let's get it. Let's do
For
it.
God's sake, you're so immature.
Go.
Right, just say you're at home all day and you're fucking just real thirsty. You're drinking water. At its purest form, if you drink way too much water, you're going to be pissing clear.
Yeah.
If you say you, for some reason, you had 7 litres of water, that's a lot. That's a fucking lot. Okay, you're going to be pissing clear. Is that healthy?
But you're not going to go to the doctor.
No, not at all.
Yeah,
okay, so let's just cancel that one out.
So he's gone. Come on, see.
Right. So next we're moving on to drinking.
Yeah.
Which brings up all sorts of fucking.
Because, like as I
red
say
flags,
there, because when you go drinking, like that night you're pissing.
Yeah.
So you're in the bar.
But this is the
with
funny thing,
Jacks,
like-
and it's clear.
Yeah.
So you're there going like, what's happening
exactly,
to all this other fluid?
Because you go when you're fucking drinking, you go for a piss probably. I don't know about you, but I'm the type of person who could go probably 6 pints. Probably I've gone 7 or 8
Depends
pints.
on the bar.
Depends on the bar. Without needing a piss, right? But once I go, forget about it. I'm an old man.
There's times where you're on the same pint and you've had 3 pisses.
Yeah.
And you're going, what the fuck is wrong
and
with
you
me?
start meeting the same lads.
Yeah.
Going to, like, alright bud, yeah, same shit, yeah, fucking hell.
And they say the same things.
Yeah.
It's an awful waste of drink, isn't it?
But you get home, you probably have a bit of pack of ham or something out of the fridge, you know.
Sitting on the kitchen floor, eating ham.
That's what I used to do, apparently. Like, I say apparently because I was told the next day, where's all the fucking ham gone? Oh, I must have eaten it when I came in.
Yeah, but anything in the fridge is
it's
unless
gonski.
you need to hide it if you don't want it to be eaten.
Unless you get the miracle days where you come in and, you know, someone in your family's had a takeout and they haven't finished it.
Yeah.
And it's in the fridge, you're like, hallelujah. And then you fucking devour the thing.
And it doesn't
matter.
matter.
Then you wake up next day and you go, I was keeping that for me.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I have a surprise for you. It's gone.
Damn to my uncle. So he came home from the pub one day like that, like, you know, and he found a big pot and there was like all the meat and all, and he had it, and it was like stuff from the dinner. He ate the whole pot.
Yeah.
And when he got up the next morning, my auntie said to him, goes, where's the dog's dinner gone? Like, there's dog food in it. She'd had dog food.
Better.
She'd had the dog food to it. So like, the meat, obviously there was no meat left. And the only thing he said was afterwards, tastes fine to me.
That's amazing. So I thought you were going. I thought you were going to say that, oh, that was our dinner for tomorrow. No, that's even better. It was for the dog.
It was for the dog.
Okay, so you get home, you eat the ham, you know, whatever. And then you go to bed and you fucking try and sleep it off. And you wake up in the middle of the night several times. And you go pissing. But for that time, you're looking at the piss and you kind of go, whew. Could have a funny colour on that.
Colours
Maybe I'm
changing.
Maybe I'm just because I'm tired. I'm not seeing straight. Then you go, whew. That's a bit of a funny whiff of it.
Like your top, it's starting to smell like sugar puffs.
Exactly. But this is where the debate comes in. Sorry, I know we digressed there, but there is a debate coming up here. You know, when do you call a doctor? Like, and this is the thing. I mean, you're looking at it kind of going, that's obviously not natural. It doesn't smell great. I mean, I'm actually, it really hurts a bit here.
Yeah, you get that sting.
Yeah. Because you can't spray it as quick as it wants to come out.
Oh, you get the two jets.
Oh, listen.
And they start tackling.
I'm so glad you said that.
And they start tackling.
The two
And you're hoping by the end of the piss that it sorts itself out. Because as your piss is running out, one bit stays strong and the other one starts dribbling down. Like, you're like, oh, no. And you're kind of like, by that time, you're like standing out right over the jacks. Like,
that's what happens to me. Like, you know, like we said it before, where you got the jacks and you keep your eyes closed to keep sleeping, you know, and you go, just do piss and go back to bed. Everything's grand. And then you just hear.
You can't hear the noise of hitting water anymore.
Or you hear it hitting water, but you also hear a separate noise, like surround sound. Happening over here somewhere. And you're kind of going, what's going on in the fucking shower? What? Oh, bollocks. And
got
there's
twin
like
jets again.
jets. But the jet that you don't want to go, like the jet that's gone into the water is just like a trickle.
The lesser, yeah.
But the other one is like full on
Fire hose.
fire hose and fucking all your wife's fucking smelly, you know, all over the bog roll, all over anything that can destroy. It's just like.
What's the worst thing I can piss right now? Like,
It's a fucking war zone, and you're there going, I'm trying to keep my eyes shut here. This is not helping. So then
just going on sound alone.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound great.
I'll be honest, I've heard better.
I know a guy, right? And he was with a girl on holiday. He was with a girl on holiday, right?
I actually love her.
Obviously, they'd done the dirty deed, like, you know. So he went in to piss. You know, he woke up dying for a piss. So he went in, like that, he was trying to keep his eyes closed. He started pissing, but there was no sound. And he looked down, and he still had the Johnny on. And it was filling up so much, but he couldn't stop himself from pissing. So he just had to hold on to the top of the Johnny. And he said it just kept filling up, and he was looking at it. Where could he throw it? Where could he throw it afterwards?
It's like a water balloon.
And he said it was the longest piss he ever done in his life. You know, when you've been drinking all day and you have the longest piss the next day, and he just kept going, oh, please
I
stop,
can
please
only
stop.
imagine how much is in that. We're talking like 7 litres.
He had to fuck it into the pad.
atom bomb.
That's exactly what happened. It just went up over the sides of the back.
Tsunami of piss. Oh god, that's good stuff. That is fucking brilliant.
Oh man, this guy, he used to be a mess, like, you know.
No shit.
No. Jesus Christ, because piss is the worst thing. If you get piss on something...
But that actually brings me on to another point. Like, I've done this, right, and it's really embarrassing, but it's like, you know, just let it. We're all friends here. You know, I go to AA meetings and they go, I did this thing, and they go, it's okay, we're all friends here. I said it to someone out in confidence once. They go, I did that as well, and you're going, and you find out later, loads of people done it. Pissed in a wardrobe or a fucking or a sock drawer
or a plant pot,
a sock drawer. I just fucking up pissed, and the next day I woke up the next day and I got fucking bawled out of it. What's the problem? What's going on? You pissed in the fucking. Did I?
Back's not clean them.
Yeah. But my only defense was, at least I didn't do a shit. So
yeah, do you know what? Yeah, okay, I see where you're coming from.
But then, like, there was one night, right, get into bed, and I was there going, something doesn't smell right. And I was there going, what the fuck? So I got up, and I felt like a bit of a wet patch or something, and I was there going, oh fuck, there's piss there. Was that me? I was there, it doesn't really smell like my piss, like, you know your piss.
I know my aroma.
Yeah. I couldn't figure it out. I was like, oh fuck's sake. And I was there going, does that not, it couldn't have been me. I wasn't even drinking last night. What the fuck? And then I was there, would I hide? Would I clean it and just fucking see what I can get away with? And I just fucking, I figured it out. The poxy cat had pissed on my bed.
Oh no!
But I've been sleeping on it all night. Worried that, what am I going to say? What am I going to do?
How am I going to hide this?
The bollocks fucking pissed on me. And I fucking was going mad. Herself was away, so I was fucking scrubbing and going, I fucking hate that poxy cat. I had to strip the bed, fucking clean it. I'd never cleaned a bed in my life.
Because having your own piss on yourself, but like, fucking...
And then I was there, right, cleaned it off, got a new sheet on, thought that was it. You didn't piss on it again?
Because, like, I can understand, like, because I remember, like, years and years ago, like, fucking had a house party in my gaff, and the same guy who pissed in the Johnny, right? I had to throw him out of my gaff because he got so fucking drunk, and he started, like, he was just too drunk, so I said, look, you gotta go.
Yeah.
And then we're all in the house having a house
party. Must be bad if you...
I know, yeah. But one of the guys then, another lad knocks the door, he's only after arriving, and he goes to me, here, will you let him back in? He just needs to use your jacks. I said, there's absolutely no way he's coming into my fucking gaff.
Yeah.
I said, he's probably just saying that.
Yeah.
And next thing he starts fucking pissing, but he's sitting on my wall. He's like, so in the middle of my road, like, he's just pissing. So I fucking shouting at him, like, will you stop fucking pissing? Like, you know, like, and he's like, so he turns around to say something, but he falls backwards over the wall, right? While pissing. And then he's still trying to give out to me as he's pissing in his own face. Because when he fell in over the wall, it was still kind of like his legs were still up on the wall, and like
he's giving himself a golden shower, basically.
Pretty much, yeah, but like it was almost like nearly acceptable because it was his own piss. Like, you know.
That is brilliant.
Like they're going like, fuck's sake. But if someone else's piss went on you,
Oh,
it'll be the most disgusting
yeah.
thing I've ever seen in your life.
Yeah.
Like, you'll just there going like, oh man, what the fuck.
But that goes for any stuff that comes out of us, let's be honest.
But there's another guy, right, in Latrex. Do you remember Latrex?
Yeah. Nightclub,
yeah. So we're all in there, full swing. It's a pound a drink.
Yeah.
So we're all in having the crack. And there's a guy that I used to go to college with, and he comes in, and he fucking... So if you remember the way fucking Latrex toilets were, there was like a load of taps.
Yeah.
There was urinals. Or sorry, there was cubicles, and then there was a big urinal at the back wall, which was a gang of us all standing there like up. But he came in and they had those rubber mat things on the ground, and he tripped over the very first one, like, you know. So he starts fall running, like where you're like fucking. If the faster I run here, the less I'm gonna fall. Like, but he's getting closer to the ground, like, you know. But the last thing he fucking hits then is the urinal, and he has his two hands up against it, like, you know. So he's holding himself up, and then he just starts sliding down. I know you get. And like the thing is, when he was telling me afterwards, he was saying all he could hear was like like gripping on his hands as tight as could, and the guy beside him couldn't stop laughing, going, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry, I can't stop pissing. This is so funny." Like, you know, and he just slowly ended up in the piss.
Like watching it in slow motion.
When the guy beside him couldn't help, because he was just saying to him, I'm so sorry, I can't stop pissing. Because he just ended up with his two hands and his face in the piss. Like, lately, like, some of the times when I'm working, I'll drink like 9-10 cups of coffee.
Yeah.
And I'll have a piss, and it tastes.
Okay. What the fuck?
It smells exactly like fucking coffee, but not in the way that you'd want to drink. Like, you know, that kind of way. It's got the essence of coffee, but not in the good way. It's like as if it takes all the shitty points of it. But like, here's a sub thing to your. So this is like, we're gonna put this one in brackets, part of the debate and all as well.
Yeah.
Is it okay, yes or no, to piss in the shower? Like.
Like, my fucking dad used to go mad if he heard we were doing it, because he said, there's no fucking proper filter and all the rest of it. And you go,
piss filter.
Grand. No, but like, you know the way all the hair gets clogged up and all, so whoever has to clean out the hair is basically putting their hand in a load of piss, which is fair enough.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, because this is the one that, like, if I'm on a hotel, happy days, I will.
If I'm at a hotel, I'll piss on the fucking walls. It's not my gap. Couldn't give a polish.
Just standing there. It's like a firehouse out of control. I don't care. Just walk around the hotel. Look, things flapping all over the place. Changing the channels on the telly. It's like
with piss.
Piss is splashing all.
It's like, turn the volume up. Oh, just give me a second.
But it's like,
I've almost got the spray
on the phone, and I'll text the people. Your knob's just going all over the place, pissing all over walls.
Open the door there.
Walking out like, you might want to clean that up.
So to answer that, I would say I'm not the one cleaning the fucking hair and the piss out of it. So go. Okay, going back to where we actually have a debate here. So this is brilliant, right? When I was looking up, obviously I had to do a little bit of research.
Yeah.
You know, because we're proper, scientists.
Obviously.
And stuff. Scientific scientists.
Did you litmus test?
I basically looked up urine colour chart, right? So this is what you should be looking out for. Now, there are 7 different grades here, right? 7 grades!
I've got 3 in my head.
Yeah, so wait till you hear this. Like, I mean, some of these colours I'm kind of going, what the actual fuck, right? This is brilliant. Okay, so first off, clear.
Okay,
Number 1.
You're good.
It says, you've been drinking too much water, cut back.
Nice.
I mean, I've never heard
I don't even drink much water, so if that happens to me, I'd be like,
okay,
fair enough.
Can you drink too much water?
You can. People have died.
Well, anyway, no thanks. Get fucked.
Vegans.
Next. Vegans, exactly. So number 2, yellowish to amber. Okay, so that I would say that's just normal.
Yeah.
It says typical healthy urine.
Nice.
So nerd piss.
Not my colour. Not my colour.
Nerd piss, basically.
I'm still waiting for you to describe my colour.
Nerd piss. Okay, so next, orange. Right now we're getting into the deeper colours. You know, the deeper. We're getting deep.
Character.
It could be just dehydration, but if combined with light-coloured stool, so we have to combine your stool colour here.
No,
it could mean issues with your bile duct.
What?
So
that's
too many Jaegers is what I would say to that. Orange is number 3. Okay, so number 4, dark brown. Okay, dark brown.
Pissing your poo.
But this is it. It goes dehydration.
Yeah.
Full stop. Diet related or a side effect of certain medications or liver disease. So watch out.
Here's hoping for the first 2.
But it's the same colour as shit, so that's not a great start at all.
Is this an Irish one though?
I don't know where.
Because I'd say
I don't care where. I'd say
it's about 30 shades of Irish
30
piss.
shades of grey. So right, that's number 3. That's only number 3 on a scale of 1 to 7 here. We're not even at the halfway point.
Right, hit me.
So,
Boom.
So, oh, sorry, that was number 3, yeah. Oh no, sorry, that was number 4. Apologies, we're halfway. Dark brown. Number 4. Number 5. Red or pink. Alright?
Red or pink piss. Like, I'd be at the doctor at this stage.
100% like, red equals blood.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
But, you know, it says here, you ate red or dyed things. or enlarged prostate, kidney stones, tumours in bladder. And it goes, talk to your doctor. So,
but being Irish, you just go like, actually, do you know what? I did eat a tomato the other day. That explains
exactly.
it. Like,
Yeah, I'm grand.
That's why it's red or pink.
I did drink my own piss earlier, so it's fine. So, okay, so on the big debate side, so far this list is only saying at level.
It's giving you an in and an out.
So that's level 5 out of 1 to 7. They're on.
But every single one of them is giving you an in and an out, as in, like, you know, if you want to go to the doctor, this is probably why. But at the same time, it could just be, which, you know, being fucking Irish, you're just gonna go with. Well, yeah, it's grand. Like, fuck, I'll
you
just
look
go
up
with
Google. Oh, I have cancer, I'm dead. Oh well, fuck it. Might as well go on the piss.
But it also said that it could be just something I was drinking, and I was drinking my own piss, which had the red in it already.
So this is a level 1 to 7, and that was number 5, and that's the only time they've said go to a doctor in black and white there. So we still got 2 levels left. So what the fuck colours are left?
What could be left?
Okay, right. This is brilliant.
So we had brown.
This
Brown's
is
gone.
This is probably my favourite.
Does it even get dirtier than brown? Like,
well, this is what I mean. Right?
You've been drinking tar.
This is probably my favourite one. Number 6, right? This is class. Blue or green? Blue or green? Oh, this is just amazing.
Pops, is it?
Right. Blue or green? Like, what the fuck? Alien piss. Like,
is that what it says?
No, that's what I'm saying. Get the fuck to a hospital now.
Yeah.
But it doesn't even say that on
You've
this.
been drinking the toilet duck again.
It just goes, very rare. No shit. No shit.
That's what it says. It's very rare.
Most likely connected to something you ate. Like, what the fuck did you eat that was that blue or that green? Something very unnatural anyway.
But
in rare cases, it could mean a bacterial infection. Fucking, I'd say it fucking does.
What the fuck?
Holy shit. Right, okay, so that's number 6.
Alright.
You think number 7 would be like illuminous purple or something, like the way things are going here?
You've swallowed the nuclear rod.
You need to leave the earth. But number 7 is a little bit disappointing, but at the same time quite funny. Because the explanation is funny, right? Here it goes. So number 7, this is the worst. If your piss is this you're literally number 7 on our urine colour chart scale here, which is medically proven by the Dr. Google of the upstairs medical practice of Hollywood.
You've tried the rest? No, you tried the best. Now try the rest.
Hi everybody. That's like that thing in The Simpsons. He goes, when Lisa goes to the park, you know, and ends up drinking the dodgy water and hallucinating and all, you know, and the doctor comes out and goes, take 2 of these, 3 of these, and 4 of these, and Paddy or Selma goes, thank you, doctor, and he goes, oh, I'm not a doctor. Okay, so number 7, right? Guess what colour? Just take a guess.
Judging by the trend, fucking Skeletor colour.
It just goes cloudy. It sounds like some beer.
Yeah.
Here, you know?
It's unfiltered.
But it goes, right. This is the explanation. Number 7, cloudy. Dehydration, urinary tract infection, or a symptom of chronic disease and kidney conditions. But this is the best part. It goes, cloudy urine with foam. Can be serious. With foam.
Foam.
Imagine piss and foam.
It sounds like your knob is a fucking drinks dispenser.
But this is what makes me fucking laugh. Yeah. It's like, you know, you go to a Michelin-Star restaurant and they put foam on everything.
Yeah.
Are they fucking pissing urinary infections on your plate?
Obviously, that's what it's like.
I knew Gordon Ramsay was full of shit. And urine
cloudy
infections.
means unfiltered. Foam is just a good head.
Cloudy with a chance of fucking shit balls. So there you go. That's the chart, right? So
what stage on that chart would you have gone to the doctor?
Well,
would it be the part where it said, go to the doctor?
Well, we started on the scale of pissing water to pissing blood. So
I think blood. Once you see blood.
Yeah, I think blood's
it's never a good sign.
It's never a good sign. But now, the old phrase, you know, if it's brown, flush it down. If it's yellow, then melt. I think we should go with, if it's brown, get the fuck, you clown. If it's yellow, Time for pints, fellows.
Did you make this up?
Of course I did.
I like the way you've got little slugs. What about if a sweet corn comes out? Like, ask your partner to change the diet.
So there you have it. Okay, so the big debate. We actually didn't. Oh yeah. We have to, according to our urine color chart, you don't have to wait till level 5.
Yeah.
When it's red or pink, before you can
Give us a wink.
wink to your doctor. I'm in a lot of trouble. So we would say red or pink is probably too late. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
So
if you're seeing red,
yeah. And look, there's things like, you eat asparagus and you can fucking smell it off it. And you haven't eaten asparagus in 10 years or sugar puffs in 20 years.
Spartacus.
Why do they smell like that? Who knows? Anyway, just reassure you out there, our piss has looked and smelled horrendous at different stages, and we're still alive. What a selling point.
We may be dead inside.
Okay, so don't mind the orange and yellowish and all that.
Tangerines.
If it starts getting pink,
Yeah.
red or pink or dark brown, if it starts smelling any worse than sugar puffs or asparagus, you need to get the fuck. Especially if it goes blue or green or cloudy with fucking
Whipped cream. Blue or green.
whipped cream with
or
foam.
cloudy with whipped
If
cream.
it becomes a fucking posh dessert in a Michelin-Star restaurant, you need to get.
If you could piss it into a glass and sell it, it's not good.
Yeah, ring 999 immediately if your piss turns into a Michelin-Star restaurant dessert. Job done. We've just saved a few lives there.
That's happening. You know what I mean?
That's what we do.
Fucking hell. Samaritans.
Cheers.
Yous are fucking welcome.
Okay, so it's time for one for the road or one for the ditch, as you call it.
Yeah. So one for the road or one for the ditch. What do you got for me this week, Baz?
This week we're going nothing too exciting. It's a Jameson for those who aren't in the know. But this one is a stout edition.
Like myself.
Yeah. Judging by the smell of your farts, you are a stout edition. A stout young man. But it's, how would you... They use stout barrels or something. Anyway, whiskey finished in craft beer barrels. Basically, this one's finished in a stout. It just gives it a bit of a smoother texture and smoother taste. It's fucking delicious. Let's just crack on.
Let's have it.
Smell it. Enjoy it. Piss it. Whatever you need to do.
She's rough. You can tell she's rough anyway around the edges.
Oh, that's a good one. Lads, listen. Joking aside. That retails for about 40 quid, right? But every now and then you get special offers in Tesco and the likes. We're open for sponsorship, Tesco, thanks. And O'Brien's, we're open for sponsorship. And you can get that for 25 quid.
That's pretty good.
And it's fucking a gem of a whiskey. Rich coffee, yeah. Smooth chocolate, oh yeah. Butterscotch.
I don't get.
Oh, I get that.
I'll go in again.
Yeah.
It's got sweetness to it.
Yeah.
I'm not hitting the stout of it though, but like that's obviously just.
No, that's bollocks.
So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Yeah.
We have been your hosts, and remember, if it's blue or pink, give us a wink. If it's black or brown, you're going down.
Cheers, hombre.